And biggest news of the day. Why wait? Number one, Cam Newton. He's taking a trip. And where he's taking the trip to is real cold. And it's a man that wears his hoodie real low. Y'all know what I'm talking about, man. Cam to the Patriots. Hey, first reactions, T. What did you think, man? Like Cam Newton about to come in here and just be the Cam of old? Do the Patriots have a plan? How you think it's going to end up?
So first things first, I want to start off with, you follow me on Twitter, you know I called this months ago, late April. I told you Cam to the Patriots, it makes all the sense in the world. But if Cam is healthy, he's a top 10 guy. I think it makes all the sense. Perfect fit. That contract's a little crazy, but I think it's gonna work.
Yeah. I mean, and like I said, I asked you, do the Patriots have a plan? But we know they have a plan. It really just comes down to if this plan is gonna work, right?
Right. Like we saw what Josh McDaniels did with Tebow. That's always been my sticking point. He won a playoff game with Tebow, who probably shouldn't even have been playing quarterback in the league. What do you think he's gonna do with Cam Newton? It's a passing league. Patriots don't have a lot of targets, you know what I'm saying, to throw the ball to, but they got a defense. And we know the teams that can run the ball and play defense can win late in the season. And I expect the Patriots to eventually start Cam Newton and win some games, win more games than last season.
Nah. I agree with you, man, because one thing we know about the Pats, man, is they put guys in position to succeed. They understand they're not going to just put a guy like when they got Randy Moss. I always think about that. They had Randy Moss going deep every play. They wasn't running Randy Moss on no underneath routes. Like they know how to put guys in positions to make plays, make them the best player possible. But on the flip side of that, we got a little something called the Patriot Way. And if you don't abide by that exact way, that exact code that Bill Belichick expects, it could be a little clash. I mean, Rome, you had a great sound off, man, earlier this week on Gas on the website, man. And hey, I couldn't agree with you more. Can you break that down a little bit? How you think this is going to end? Cam, Belichick, is that a match made in heaven, or we gonna get a little button heads?
Man, I don't think there's gonna be any button heads for real, man. I think there's a couple things to look at with Cam going to New England, man. I think one thing I want to address that we should just throw out the window is some people seem to think there'll be a competition with him and Stidham. If Cam's healthy, man, you could throw that out the window. There ain't no competition there at all. The second thing I want to get to, man, is this Bill Belichick thing. They're not going to butt heads at all. Bill Belichick is, let's be frank, he's the GOAT when it comes to NFL coaches, man. Like we could have a whole debate on that if y'all want to, but I think it's going to end with Bill Belichick being the GOAT. Cam's going to fall right in line with the so-called Patriot Way. And I don't know what everybody associates with that. Some people might associate cheating with that. That's a whole other topic that we could have as well. But I think Cam's going to fall right in line with whatever Bill Belichick wants to do because Bill Belichick's got the rings to back it up. So why wouldn't you? I mean, Chad Johnson fell in line. Randy, you mentioned Randy already. You know what I mean? Anybody who's gone to New England has definitely conformed to the Patriot Way, and I don't see Cam being any different, especially considering where he's at in his career. This is about legacy. This is about legacy for him and Bill Belichick. So I think he's definitely going to do what he needs to do, and I think this is a no-brainer, man. He's the best quarterback in the AFC East today, right now, already. So, I mean, I think this is a huge message, man.
Yeah, I agree with that. AFC. I agree with that, man, because I like what Josh Allen is becoming, but I think Cam comes in and instantly the best QB in that division. And you know what? I don't know, man. In a sense, I do feel you. I feel like Cam can come in and just, adapt right to that Patriot Way. And I hope that, I don't know, it's going to be interesting because Cam does have a strong personality. And his personality's never been one that's detrimental to the team at all. You know what I mean? But he is a strong-willed guy. And you also bring up another good point, man. Like, Bill Belichick got the rings to back it up. Like, what Cam going to say? He knows what time it is. He's done everything else. I mean, he's been to the Super Bowl. He's been the league MVP. He's knocked literally at every door that you had to knock at to be considered one of the greats of all time. And the last thing you got to do is get that ring. Scruff. Final question, man. Do you think Cam gets the ring in New England?
The ring. That's a big statement. Well, I'll say this. I'm not going to answer your question directly, but I will say that he has his best chance to win a ring that he's ever had in his career. And not only that, he's in perfect position. He could do more with less. Does he fall in line with the Patriot Way? Yes. I think he's got just as good a chance to win championship just as Tom Brady this year. So the way I see it, this is the best move the Patriots can make this late in the game. they did the right move, my friend. They did the right move. Cam Newton, I think it's the right fit in New England, and he's already on a low contract. That's definitely the Patriot way.
Yeah, nah, hey, no doubt, man. And you ain't saying it, but look, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Cam Newton is getting a chip in New England. I'm telling you right now, man. Like I mentioned, man, Belichick, nobody uses guys like Belichick uses guys, man. Like there hasn't ever, I don't think, been a 3-year run when the Patriots haven't been in the Super Bowl. They perform with a guy like Matt Castle. Come on, man. I guarantee you, I ain't gonna guarantee it, but I got about an 80% chance Cam gets the chip in New England. And I'm surprised not more people getting on that bandwagon of New England, championship aspirations. Maybe not this season, but he gonna ball out this year. They're gonna resign the dude. They're not gonna just let him walk like that. I guarantee.
I think if he does it, he better do it this season because he's on
1 year. Yeah, it's got to be this season. That's what I was about to say, man. So you're saying the Patriots are going to be at least in the Super Bowl this year. You're guaranteeing at least that.
No. I'm not saying this year. I'm saying like they're gonna end up resigning that man. They're gonna end up resigning that man. He gonna ball out. If they don't get this year,
I'll back you, bro. I'll back you with it, man. The Patriots will be in the Super Bowl again this year. This year.
I don't think
they got the AFC.
I don't think it's a given that Cam Newton starts. I don't think it starts the season as QB1.
That's the thing, though.
I already threw that out the window.
I don't think it's a given. Check it out. Stidham's in that offense, right? He knows the playbook. Cam's coming in. Style doesn't perfectly match up. Like the Patriots have to retool what they're doing to kind of fit Cam. And judging by the numbers, league minimum. I haven't seen a team yet come in and, you know what I'm saying, move the building for a guy making the vet minimum. I think it's Stidham's job to lose. You also got to play the race factor. He's a white quarterback in Boston. I mean, I think he's going to get a shot. I think he has to bomb in the preseason to really for Cam's a backup to me right now. I drafted him.
Hold up.
I think he'll have a chance to battle for his starting spot. If it's close, I think they'll give the edge to Stidham. I think they'll play the young guys as close. I think Cam has to be almost unfair, an unfair scenario for Cam to win that starting job.
And logically, that makes sense. That makes sense logically, honestly. I mean.
All right, so look. The first part I got to address. If Bill Belichick wasn't the coach, I think the part about Stidham being white in Boston would hold a lot more. But I don't think Belichick has proven that he's all about winning. I mean, the guy's willing to cheat. So I don't think he's going to let race play a factor. That's my opinion on that. I don't think he's going to let race play a factor in that. I think he's going to play whoever's better, man. And I mean, I don't think any of us can sit here and say that Stidham is better than Newton in any way. The only thing that'll hold him back is an injury. Is something like that, man. I think you got done saying Tebow, Josh McDaniels and Tebow. So I think they'll make the offense fit for Cam. And I think if Cam bombs, I think they'll switch back to their regular, Stidham offense, whatever that's going to look like. But I mean, I'm a Stidham guy, and I'm also a Cam guy, bro. And it's night and day difference. And I don't mean that in skin tone, but it's just night and day difference, just period. In talent wise, in leadership ability, and in talent on the field. But yeah, you can take that how you want it, man. I just think you could throw the whole Stidham thing out the window. You drafted him for a reason, and I'm trusting your fantasy expertise on this one. I think deep down Cam Newton's gonna be playing, and I think the AFC, man. I can't think of a team right now off the top of my head. It's still only June, July. I can't think of a team off the top of my head that strikes more fear of me than the Patriots in the AFC right now with Cam Newton as the quarterback.
The Chiefs.
You make some good points.
On a consistent basis.
No, this was a chess move by Belichick, man. I'm telling you. It's a 1-year deal on a vet minimum. If he needs to run Cam into the ground, he will run Cam into the ground, bro. Like
I think we're gonna get Cam Newton this year, though. I think
we're gonna get a healthy. He had the whole season off. Basically. He played like 1.5 games. Cam Newton, and he's got something to prove. Belichick's got something to prove. He wants to outshine Brady. This is going to be a good year for Cam, man.
You literally have to run him into the ground. There's no receiving threats. Edelman led the league in drops. You know what I'm saying? He'll have to run him into the ground, and maybe that works, but I don't know.
Cam has never really had weapons, though.
He is a weapon. Yeah.
The ultimate weapon, Superman.
Man, nah. One thing I say though, is with Cam Newton, you got to have the running game. And I think we all realize that the running game is essential to Cam's success. And not just him running the ball, but some good backs. So I'm just telling y'all fantasy football guys, hoard those New England running backs. Now, my little plan in our dynasty league, to grab the whole Patriots offense kind of went sour, because I did draft Jarrett Stidham before Cam Newton thing happened. It kind of went sour a little bit, but I'm telling y'all.
Took a turn quicker than expected.
I'll pick him. But look, right, we're gonna talk after the show. But yo, I'm telling you, the Patriots are gonna be running the rock this year. And if you can't see it, just trust me. Rex Burkhead, Sony Michel, my boy Harris, get them all. Even James White, because it's gonna be a lot of running. Even I hate to drop this gem in front of these guys, but even Dalton Keene, he runs the ball. Tight end they just drafted. Patriots gonna be run heavy this year, guarantee you that.
Isn't Stidham an Auburn guy? Auburn guy, right?
Yep.
Two Auburn
just
quarterbacks,
just like him,
competing.